Now we'll talk about oxidation numbers. Oxidation number is the charge of an atom ρ if the electron pairs in the bonds belong diametrically to the more electronegative atoms. Oxidation number can be positive or it may be negative or 0. You can see here I got sodium chloride in that Na plus. So plus indicates the oxidation number is plus and chlorine is Cl minus. This is referred to as oxidation numbers. Moving further, oxidation is the process of electrons loss or an increase in oxidation state by a molecule. When iron reacts with oxygen, it forms a chemical called rust. The iron is oxidized and the oxygen is reduced. So loss of electron, that's called oxidation. You can see here zinc, it becomes a zinc 2 plus. It lost 2 electrons and became zinc 2 plus ion. So it is oxidized. This process is called oxidation. Whereas here H plus becomes H2. So it loses an electron, it gains an electron. Then it's called reduction process. So here H plus oxidizes zinc by taking electrons. So that's H plus is considered as oxidizing agent. If we talk about reduction, so any reaction that gaining the electrons, that's called reduction. It refers to the site that accept electrons. The iron is oxidized and the oxygen is reduced. When iron reacts with oxygen, it forms a chemical called rust. The iron is oxidized and the oxygen is reduced. So this is a typical example where ferrous oxide and carbon monoxide. Here ferrous oxide become iron, so it is reduced, and carbon monoxide become carbon dioxide, it is oxidized. So carbon monoxide is considered as a reducing agent. So by definition, oxidizing agents gives oxygen to another substance and reducing agent remove oxygen from another substance.
Now we'll talk about oxidation and reduction. Oxidation is nothing but giving out an electron and reduction is nothing but taking in the electron. Let's see. So these are the electrons. It will react with the metal and it will become negative. So the negative nature of the metal or negative nature of the recipient becomes reduced. So this is the short term to memorize. OIL, oil rig. Oxidation is loss, reduction is gain. So oxidation and reduction. We'll take a typical example of mercury chloride and lithium. Mercury Hg is less reactive when compared to lithium. So lithium become lithium plus. This is called as a redox reaction. Over here you are able to see lithium become lithium plus, so lithium is considered as oxidized. Whereas mercury Hg2 plus, it became Hg, so mercury is reduced. So it is reduced to become mercury. So we will take both the reactions and we will try to manipulate it. So we got, this is the final result. 2 lithium become 2 lithium plus. So this is how your hemoglobin is working and normal respiration of human is working. You can see your hemoglobin with iron 2 plus and iron 3 plus. 2 plus become 3 plus and E minus, which indicates iron is oxidized. You can see oxygen which is reduced. So oxygen is reduced so that people are able to utilize oxygen and through that hemoglobin is working. All the metals in the periodic table are less charged and it's having very reactive and positive charge, and they are having conductivity, and they are mainly oxidants too. Chromium 6 plus is greater reactive when compared to manganese. So chromium is reduced and manganese is oxidized. So chromium oxidizes manganese, or else manganese reduces chromium. So this is how your system is working.